Hello and welcome to another Fun Fold Friday. Today I have a card for you. Look what I made. This is actually using a stamp set and a set of dies that you can earn for free during our second annual celebration, which is coming up for customers the 3rd of August. So this is all about sheep, but it happens to be called counting sheep. So this is a stamp set that you can earn for free. There are 3 little sheep in here, and it's a birthday set. So it has "So glad it's your birthday" and "You're amazing" with a cute little birthday hat, and it has some little grass that you can put underneath their hooves. And what's really exciting about this is that you can earn this for free with a $60 purchase. And with another $60 purchase, you can order the free dies. So you can cut out the sheep, the hat, a balloon, some clouds, a sun, a gate. Oh my gosh, it's just a great little set. So I made this card. This is a Fun Fold. And it's kind of like a partial window fold, I guess. Because you can see into the back of the card. So I made this card just to show you the fold, and on the inside I put "You're amazing," and I love this little dancing sheep here. So very cute. So this is something to look forward. So if you spend $120, then you can earn both of these for free. Okay, so that's very, very exciting. So on top of that, I'm going to tell you about another free item that you can get, which coordinates with a stamp set in the annual catalog. So this set here is called Shaded Summer, and I was quite attracted to this mostly because of the greetings. It's got "Hello You," it has a "Thank you," it has a "Happy Birthday," and it has "Some friendships are just meant to be," "May the good you do come back to you," "Love you, friend." So this will make a beautiful set of cards to gift away to someone, which I always love to do. So I was quite attracted to this, and then I was pleasantly surprised when we got our celebration little brochure. I looked inside, and guess what? You can earn a set of dies to go with this. Isn't that exciting? So there you go. There's 3 items there that you can earn for free. So when I saw that, I decided to go ahead and order the stamp set. So here it is. I love the fonts, the mixed fonts in here. I think that makes it even extra special. And just some really, really simple designs in here. So you could choose to, I would basically stamp it maybe in a green because you've got stems and leaves in here, and then you could color the flowers any colors that you want. Or another great idea is that you could stamp this in Versamark and then emboss in gold or silver. Would be very, very pretty. So lots of things that you can do with this. And I'm going to make our card today. I'm going to make this design, this Fun Fold that I did for the sheep. And we're going to make the same card, but we're going to use this stamp set. Okay? Yeah, so that was kind of exciting. I saw the dies and then I decided, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get the set now. So I have them ready to go. Okay, so I've already put some of these on my acrylic blocks, and then we will make a card. Okay, so the colors I decided to choose for this is, I absolutely love this Misty Moonlight, and so I'm going to make this card. And I'm going to have an associated blog post with this. So if you look down below in the description, you will see where the link is to go and get the measurements for this. So basically, I'm just going to show you. I've already kind of cut the pieces up already, but I want to show you what you'll end up doing. You will cut a 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. So it's half a sheet of cardstock. So 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, you will cut that, okay, so you'll end up with it looking like this, okay, it goes to 8 1/2, and then you're going to score it at 5 1/2, and then you're going to take it to your trimmer and you're going to cut it off at 7 inches so that you get this extra piece, because this extra piece forms the bottom of the card, okay, so that's what you'll do with that. Now, on my sheep card, I didn't put designer series paper on these top panels, and I decided to even switch up the color for the bottom panels. So you'll have to cut yourself a different piece that measures 1.5 by 4 1/4. That's what this piece measures, 4 1/4 by 1.5, okay? But this time I decided I will probably put a little bit of designer series paper on here. So this will fit onto this strip. Okay, and then it will fit on the top of the card. Okay, and then you need 3 pieces of basic white. They all measure exactly the same. 3 1/4 by 4. Okay, so you need 3 pieces, 3 1/4 by 4. So what the 3 pieces are, you create your front of your card, and then to cover it up in the back, because if you do any kind of blending, the blends will show through to the back. So you want to kind of make it look clean on the back. So you'll stick a piece here, and then you'll make a piece for the inside of the card. Okay, pretty cute, huh? Okay, so let's get started with this. So I've got my score line in here, and I'm just going to fold it on the mountain side, and then I'm going to give it a burnish to get that card to lie nice and flat. Okay, so that's the front of our card. And this is a portrait style card. And so I've got these 2 pieces of designer series paper, which I can start and glue on there. So let's get out my tape. Let's get that started. I love this silicone mat because sometimes this tape doesn't start very well. So you just have to drag it on your silicone mat and then it will start, which is great. So I'm just going to put my card this way and try and get some nice even edges here. There we go. Okay. And then I've got this piece that will go on the bottom, so we'll glue this on as well. And then we'll start playing with the beautiful floral stamps. Okay, perfect. So we're just going to set this aside for now. Okay, now on my front panel, I'm going to do something pretty simple, and I am going to do this main flower here, and then on the inside I'll stamp this partially in the corner perhaps. And then the greeting I chose to use is "Love You, Friend." I think that's really sweet. Okay, so now you can decide to make this a monochromatic card. So what you would do is stamp this in the blue, Misty Moonlight, and just make a really, really simple card that way. Or if you wanted to add color, you could stamp it in green and then you could color the rest of it. Okay, so I think for today, I'm just going to do it in the Misty Moonlight. So here is my Misty Moonlight ink pad, and because this is a larger stamp, I like to take the ink to the stamp and ink it up. Okay, now I think I'm going to put this a bit on an angle. And give it a good press. There we go, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, and while I have the ink pad out, I think I will do the inside piece. So for this piece, I'll do the other stamp. And let's get a scrap piece of paper so that I don't get ink on that mat. We'll just put this in the corner. Beautiful. Okay. And while I have this ink out, I will also do an envelope. So let's ink this up again. and grab a scrap piece here. And I'll put this down in the bottom left-hand corner of my envelope. Okay, so that's done. Okay, envelope's done. Now, for the front of the card, I will add the greeting, and I think I will do the greeting on a strip of basic white. I've got lots of extra strips here in my drawer. Here we go. And I'm doing monochromatic, so I'm going to do this also in the blue. So let's put this on here, like so. Let's hope I got it straight. That's pretty good. Okay, and I'm just going to grab out my little mini cutter, and I'm going to trim this down. Oop, that trimmed a bit crooked. I took my guide off because I found it got in my way, but it does really help to keep your cardstock straight. And I'm going to just trim off a little bit. So if you take your guard off, be very careful that you don't chop your fingers. That would be a disaster. Okay, so there's our greeting. Okay, so now I think we're ready to show you how to put the card together. So I'm going to cover up this ink pad. So one of the things to be careful of is, lining it up. So this trick is, I learned this from another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of the United States, and she pulled out her scoreboard. Now this is a great idea for when you're trying to line up anything. You use, okay, normally you hold your trimmer like this. Okay, this is the top where the ruler is, but we're going to use this corner here. So I'm going to turn it sideways and show you what I'm talking about here. So I need to reach this bottom corner here. Okay, I'm going to lift my camera up a little bit so that you can see that. All right, so what I'm going to do is put my card base tucked right into that corner, and then this is the bottom of the front of the card, so I'm going to tuck that into the bottom as well. So what we're doing now is we are going to straddle the top and the bottom with the front piece, okay? So I'm going to put some glue on here. I'm just going to put a strip of glue at the top and at the bottom, and I'm just going to line this up on here, like so. Okay, so let's just do that. Let me just move this out of the way a little bit, or just for a second. I think I've got glue on here already and it's sticking to everything. Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit at the top and at the bottom. Okay, you don't want any in the middle. Let's pull back the scoreboard. Put this lined up in the corner again, get everything lined up. And now I'm going to center this. So I'm looking left and right. I'm just using my eyes. And I'm going to place that down and place it down on the top. And then give it a bit of a rub. And there you go. There's your card. Okay. So as you can see, you've got these two strips on the inside. Now you can choose to leave it like that if you want, or you can cover it. So that's why you've got this third piece here. So you can just cover that like so. So you just want to line up on the sides there. So I'm going to use a little bit of Tombow glue for this. Let's get rid of the scoreboard, just so that I can be sure I can maybe move it around if I need to. So I'm going to pull out my Tombow, and I'm just going to put a tiny bit on there. Just the top and bottom. I think that's all we need. Come on. Here it comes. Okay. So it doesn't matter top or bottom, or basically you're just centering it on the top and the bottom. What is that on the bottom? I've got this glue hanging around here and I don't know why. So I'm just lining it up on that left edge there, kind of looking at the top and the bottom, try and get it even, and then stick that in like that. Okay, so that looks a little bit more neat when you open the card. Okay, and then for the inside of the card, what I did was I flipped it over and I laid it on top of this piece here. Let me pull this into camera view. And you want to get this exactly even on the top. Okay, then what I did was I ran some glue. You could use Tombow again if you wanted to, but I just did a bit of this glue, the tape on the top and the bottom, and I just laid it flat, and then I carefully flipped over the bottom of the card and laid it in there. And there's your card. Okay, so let's finish this off. I think I want to add some embellishments on here. So I'm going to pull in my, not my dimensionals, I want to pull in some rhinestones. Let me just find them in here. Actually, I've got these, a package of the Holiday Rhinestone Basic Jewels, and they've got this beautiful blue in here. This is a brand new pack that I got. This is my second pack that I purchased. Okay, so let's first decide where we're going to put this Love You Friend. I might just do, and I'm thinking about a little bit of ribbon on here. I might just do it like right there at the top. Okay, and I'm going to put this on dimensionals. This is always the challenge. Where do I want it? I kind of wanted to put maybe a bit of ribbon here, but I kind of like it just like that. Maybe we'll forego the ribbon today and just add that right there. I kind of like that. Now another fun thing you could do is you could take some Wink of Stella and you could color your flowers. It's another idea, but I'm just going to take my Take Your Pick tool, and this putty end, I am really appreciating this putty end. When I first got this, I didn't use it. I didn't seem to, I don't know, it didn't seem to do anything for me, but I've since learned that you can just push the sequins right off the plastic backing and you can put them on your card. So now, of course, I'm absolutely in love with this gadget. I think it's great. So I'm going to do one more, and I think I'll put one right here. Okay, so there you go. This is a really sweet, simple card. So there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope my tips help you And I'm definitely going to use my scoreboard, that corner piece, more often when I'm trying to line, even when you're trying to line your layers on top of your cards. I think it will be really, really handy. So there you go. I've been stamping for over 30 years. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 8 years now, and I'm still learning new tips. So there you go. So I hope you'll go ahead and make one of these cards. And again, just click on the link to get all of the cutting and scoring measurements. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you get on board with Celebration. If you are new and don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would be happy to help you. I'm a Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so you can just message me or contact me via my website. Thank you so much. Bye for now.